how are you feeling about Dragon Ball Superheroes?
I'm happy for it.
Yeah, have you heard everything happening, bro?
Is something bad
Have you
happening?
heard stuff that's happening, bro?
What's happening?
They bro, they're I don't want to say it if you're trying to like be surprised.
I mean, they're bringing Cell back, right?
Yeah, but like, not just that, bro.
What?
They're gonna make him into a giant monster. Rumor has it, bro.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
Huh. Well, is it the same Cell from like Z, or is it?
So he's gonna have the memories, but it's not the same so.
Yeah.
That's what the rumor is right now. It's been confirmed. Like, it's not a rumor that he's gonna be in. It's been confirmed.
I mean, we all knew that. It was either gonna be him or the 21 girl from Fighter Z.
Which I think would have been stupid. I know everyone likes her, but I think it would have made no sense.
I'm
like,
tired of her, to be honest.
To me, it just would have made no sense to make it a Gohan thing.
Yeah.
Like, why make it a Gohan thing for her?
Well,
unless they brought back, who is it, 16?
My only issue with what they're doing right now is that Gohan has no identity outside of Cell.
Yeah, but it seems like they're trying to fix that. There was another leak earlier.
Yeah.
And it was, it's like, I think the opening scene.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it hasn't been shown. It hasn't been leaked like that. It's just been leaked like by like, you know, talking, like texting it out or something like that. Nobody's seen the footage yet except for like the trailer stuff. Oh yeah, you're good. So essentially the movie it's apparently going to start out with like Videl calling Piccolo and asking Piccolo to pick up Pan from school. And Piccolo's going to be like, where's Gohan? Like, what is he doing? Why can't he pick her up? And she's like, you know, Gohan, he's stuck in his job. He's constantly like,
wait,
research.
Pan called Piccolo?
No, Videl called Piccolo to pick up Pan.
Piccolo got a phone? Yeah,
Piccolo has a phone.
Yeah, they made him super babysitter.
So he's picking up Pan or whatever. He drops Pan off at the house, at like Gohan's house. And then after that, he goes to confront Gohan. He's like, yo, what are you doing? Since when is work more important than your family?
Yeah.
And then I guess Gohan says some shit like along the lines of like, you know, I gotta make a living, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then Piccolo goes, okay, well, what about training? Have you been training? Gohan says no. And then Piccolo's like, what's gonna happen if somebody attacks the planet Earth? Then Gohan goes, oh, you know, Dad and Vegeta have it. Like, they're fine. They don't need me.
Yeah.
And then Piccolo goes and swings at Gohan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then Gohan, like, barely blocks it. Like, he looks... I've seen the screenshot of this. He's blocking Piccolo's punch, and he looks like he's in pain. And then Piccolo fucking uses his closed magic beam and gives him his training outfit again.
Yeah.
As if he's gonna, like, shape him up. So hopefully this movie will give Gohan identity outside of just Cell.
Yeah, but
like hopefully this like it sucks that they have to use Cell, but that was the last time Gohan had anything.
I don't think that's what I like. Why is Gohan only relevant when he's fighting Cell? You know what I mean? Like,
because that was the last impressive thing he did.
Yeah.
They wrote him badly. They practically ruined his fucking character with Revival of F.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I feel like they're trying to use, although it's Cell, they're trying to use Cell to like step him up again.
Like,
and then hopefully from here on out, you know.
No, I'm kind of wrong about what I'm saying because he did pretty okay
in the Tournament of Power.
Yeah. But that was another thing. That was another thing also. In the Tournament of Power, he didn't get a new form. Everybody else got new forms except him. And
no, he got a new form. He got a new form.
No, he got his old form back. Like, that shit don't count.
He got coach form where he coached everybody. But what people are theorizing is that Super is taking place somewhere in the manga verse that isn't really specified, and that what they're gonna do is both the manga and the series is gonna have Goku and Vegeta become off-world protectors, like they're out fighting in the universe, and Gohan is gonna protect the Earth.
Oh, that'll make him relevant, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he has to protect the entire Earth, you know, like. So hopefully, I'm hoping they go with that because that'll give some type of fucking Not just relevance, but
because it's like they did
you know, like,
everything revolve around Goku and Vegeta.
bro, and even then, Vegeta still don't get too much love. He gets new forms, but what that's it. That's it.
I was
That's
shocked
it.
when he beat Toppo, bro.
Bro, that was probably the best part of the Tournament of Power for me.
It was.
Fucking, he's like, all right, this is for everybody. And then Piccolo's in the stands like, wait, I recognize this shit. He's like, hold on, no, not again. And then he lived. That shit happened.
Also, when he was fighting Jiren, that shit was kind of surprising that he held up the way he did.
He started dodging, and then you know, for a second, everybody thought Vegeta was.
Everybody was thinking he was gonna get fucking whacked. Because all Vegeta does is
his ass kicked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Despite
the fact that he's kind of getting love now, it's still not enough for me. I need more. Like, I need Vegeta to be the one who beats a major villain for once. I need it.
Yeah, I agree.
Because this man deserves it. Here we go. Now I can eat. This is how I eat. Okay, I don't know about that.
You do realize the creator hates Vegeta, so odds are he never will. Is that true? Is that like fact?
He dislikes Vegeta, yeah. Vegeta, he was originally gonna kill Vegeta at the end of the Sand arc, and that was it. But the fans reacted so positively to Vegeta that he couldn't. That it was just, he knew it was a bad idea to kill him off.
I mean, the rate of writing him now, it doesn't feel like he hates Vegeta.
It's also not the writer anymore, though. It's also not Toriyama. It's not Toriyama anymore.
They got Vegeta almost about to surpass Goku.
I think Toriyama has a say, but his say is not the final say anymore. Super is being led by someone who originally was like a big fan of Toriyama in Japan and eventually like mentored under him or some shit. So there's a small chance. You're not wrong, Tornado. You're not wrong. But there's hope. Don't take this away from me, Tornado, please. But yeah, so Vegeta did good in the Tournament of Power. I need somebody. It's not just Vegeta. I need somebody other than Vegeta to do something.
They give him Frieza's a Vegeta treatment now.
I mean, that's another thing. I wonder how they're gonna handle Frieza now too.
Frieza, he was getting treated like it was a Dragon Ball Z Vegeta. Tournament of Power.
Fucking helping out.
Yeah, he was getting mollywopped all over.
Oh, dude, even in the Broly movie, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
You're up, Frieza! That shit kills me every fucking time. I just love that moment. Broly, look! They killed your father! Whatever the fuck. And then they just fly past his ass.
I do think we're gonna see Super Saiyan 4 soon in canon.
People are theorizing that too because of the whole... I don't want to spoil anything just in case your viewers aren't super up to date.
No, they know. But, I put Talking Dragon Ball in the chat.
Okay. With all the nah, I still try to be not as spoily because you get what I'm saying because you're following it. With everything going on and Goku's memories happening and shit like that, people are speculating that they're gonna stop using both Goku and Vegeta are gonna stop relying so much on the God Ki.
Yeah. And
go straight back to just raw Saiyan. So people are speculating that I think this is gonna be. This is how they can that shit.
Yeah.
Which I always liked Super Saiyan 4 over Blue.
Yeah, me too.
That's why I don't use like in fighters. That's why I don't use Blue Vegeta too much. I don't use Blue Vegeta because I'm not a big fan of Blue. I'm not a big fan of Super Saiyan Blue. I only use Vegito Blue because he's the only Vegito option.
I like Ultra Instinct a lot. I think that shit is mad cool.
Ultra Instinct would be cool if they didn't make it seem all powerful and then the next fucking arc bring a villain that was stronger than it, you know?
But that's the thing with Dragon Ball. That's how it always is.
That's like I don't agree with it. Stronger. Like the thing I like about Ultra Instinct is that it's more martial arts than it is fucking superpowers, you know? Like the whole idea of Goku being able to dodge everything off of pure instinct is literally the definition of like certain martial arts styles.
He's not even like using his mind, like he just
right. So with that being that, I wish it was more focused on that aspect rather than, oh my god, Moro has 20,000 fucking power levels over us, and he's sucked the dick of Ultra Instinct. I don't know how to beat him. Like, nah, I wish it was more just like he absorbed so many fighters in the world that his knowledge was just that vast. Yeah. So he's seen it all. You know what I mean? That would have been cool, rather than just pure power type shit. Because then it would have came back to like kind of the original roots of Dragon Ball, where it was more martial artsy with the bit of the energy shit. Which I don't mind. I love me some big blast. You know, when Vegeta whips out a final flash, I'm just like, yes. But Ultra Instinct, it just became lackluster when it became immediately fucking the weaker. Even in the newer shit, even in the current, what's going on.
Well, the thing right now is that he's trying to infuse it with like all his other forms, and that shit is weird. Like, why? I don't think it's
Super Ultra Instinct,
Super Saiyan Blue. Yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Ultra Instinct. It's like this form was supposed to be a dedicated form, and now you're like trying to fuse it with other.
If they were to fuse it, I wouldn't mind. But I think the only thing to fuse Ultra Instinct with would be Kaioken.
Why?
Because Kaioken is another state of, it's not really a form as it is just another like state of natural being. Because like that's the whole thing with Ultra Instinct, right? Ultra Instinct is just a natural state. It's him at his calmest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kaioken is kind of the opposite. It's less calm and more relying on your physical attributes. It's still not a Super Saiyan. It's not like, yo, here's my energy of the Saiyans. Nah, it's literally just another, like, I don't want to say breath technique, but it's almost like that. Like he didn't go Kaioken because of rage.
Yeah, he
didn't go Kaioken because of anything other than learning it from King Kai.
Yeah.
So I think that would be the form, that would be the quote-unquote form to fuse it with. And it makes sense because Ultra Instinct is like an angel thing, and King Kai is, although no longer really a god, he was a god in early Dragon Ball Z. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that would be the one that makes more sense to fuse it, if they had to fuse it with anything.
That's true.
But I don't even think they're going. I don't even think they're doing that anymore. I think they're just gonna.
But he has to think when he's in Kaioken. That's the thing. In Ultra Instinct, can't think. Can't think on you. That shit has to do with raw, like.
Well, and that would probably be the biggest plot problem with fusing Kaioken and Ultra Instinct.
You heard the Sonic Frontiers?
Oh yeah. So however, with that being said and addressed, I didn't really like. You gotta be fucking kidding me! This dude smacked me out the air again. I didn't watch the full trailer or gameplay footage. I watched somebody react to it.
Okay.
So
who did you watch?
Is still my own.
Who did you watch?
I watched one of the fucking 3 idiots.
One of the 3 idiots?
Yeah.
Wait, which one?
Yeah, the only one who reacted to it, Rhyme. I watched Rhyme.
Rhyme style?
Yeah.
Why you sound so embarrassed to say that?
Because, like, fuck, man, if you put this on YouTube, imagine they saw this shit. So I like all 3 of them, but Rhyme's like my least favorite.
Vaughn, you should be able to share your opinion.
Especially with how he treats them in Yu-Gi-Oh, bro. That's a whole nother conversation. Anyways, but with that being said, from what I saw, I'm iffy. I'm very iffy on it.
Yeah.
Hopefully they work on it more, because I don't know what stage of production that's supposed to, like, the footage is supposed to be. Like, is that pre-alpha? Is that alpha? Do they think they're halfway done? Like, what's going on? But overall, like, from the complaints I heard from people are saying, like, it feels lifeless because you don't see a lot of enemies. That's neither here or there, because, like, look at Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild isn't swarming with enemies.
Yeah.
In fact, it's funny because I've just recently started, like, kind of playing it again a little bit.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, and like that's the first thing I noticed is like, god damn, this is a lot more empty than I remember.
What part of the map were you in?
I mean, I'm playing post game, so like I first loaded in Hyrule Castle, so obviously that was.
Oh no, I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Of course that was like full of enemies and shit. But once I left, I was like on the just everywhere. I was a little bit of everywhere, and it just. What I noticed was that it's very kind of repetitive in how the enemies are handled.
And like you come Frontiers or Zelda?
In Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
But I'm bringing up Breath of the Wild because that's what a lot of people are comparing Frontier to.
Yeah.
And that's what they're holding. They're like that's where their expectations are. They're like, yo, it's got to be like Breath of the Wild. So Breath of the Wild, I've noticed like a theme in replaying it a little bit. You'll come across 3 or 4 moblins, the pig boys. You kill them, then you run around for a little bit, and then you'll find a camp of moblins. Take care of that camp, then you'll run around for a little bit, find 3 or 4 moblins, and then it's like rinse repeat. And so it's not swarming with enemies, it's just certain locations have enemies. Now with that being said, for Frontier, this is just kind of like a showcase of what they've worked on. Mm-hmm. Again, we don't know specifically what stage they are in development.
Yeah.
So this could hopefully be very early footage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So with people complaining about the monsters, I'm not too worried about that. My biggest thing was the way they handled like the Sonic elements, like all his little what do you call it?
Dash pads and shit.
The all that shit, the loops that he runs through in regular Sonic games. Like if you look at the fucking trailer, it's just floating, like shit's just floating in the air. All that shit looks unfinished to me and very bad.
That's the thing, like all that shit is cool for like the 2D shit, like the 2D games, because that's traditional Sonic. But now you have to have like elements of like
reason for it.
No, not even a reason, but you have to have elements of the open world, like, and make that the stuff that he like boinks off of and bounces through and all that. You know?
That's true. They could have totally designed like looped buildings in a city or some shit.
Yeah, like, and have it connected to
the map, not just floating.
The map, but also the big monster enemies that are in the middle of the field, because it's like wide rails in the middle of the air. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. That was my biggest gripe, because the game itself looks alright. Sonic's running looks like it feels good.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna feel very nice to like build up speed. Sonic could use a little bit touching up himself as a model, like an in-game model, but it's not terrible for their first showing.
I'm a little nervous that like if that's the main part of the game where like that's all we can expect, that's just not gonna be good, bro. Like it needs to have like a like how Sonic Adventure had an open world kind of.
They should have. I felt like they should have went with that route.
Yeah.
Like not to beat a dead horse, but they should have just went with Sonic Adventure 3.
Yeah, I agree. But like Sonic Adventure, you know, you have the open world, whatnot, and then you run into the zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then you run into and now you're doing the I agree with that 100%.
Unless what they're doing it like is you run in the open world, and then you have actually something to fight now in the like that's forgivable, you know?
Yeah, kinda, but still, like, it would have been way easier and way more satisfying to do it the way you're saying, because that was just a good formula for Sonic. You know, don't get me wrong, Mario figured out a way to make it work for Mario, the open world shit, but
I also think things are trying too hard to be open world. Like, what's this fantasizing?
You know, Pokemon's doing that too, right?
Yeah, what's this like fantasizing with everything being open?
I'm more worried about Pokemon than I am Sonic with that shit, to be frank.
I don't know if you've ever seen like the fan open world games, Sonic.
I've seen a few. I haven't seen a lot. I know there's way more than I've seen.
They look almost identical to Frontiers right now. You know what I mean? And people are mad at that shit, but I'm like, yo, like, You have Sonic like parachuting in midair after he does a jump. Like, and this is what everybody wanted. I did think a lot of people were kind of hypocritical.
Yeah.
In their evaluation,
Oh, for sure.
because it's like you see that open world Unity game for the fan game, and it's not too far off from like, besides like graphic wise and whatnot and performance wise.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same shit, and people were complaining about it. I thought it was weird to see. You know?
Yeah, no, again, I agree. And the funny thing is, from the open world fan games that I've seen, a lot of the fan base didn't even like the idea.
I don't like Sonic in open world, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no.
Like, it looks weird to see his cartoony ass in a realistic ass like world.
That was like the main gripe with a lot of people's main issue with Sonic 08.
Yeah.
Was that you had Sonic and then you had this real ass human Eggman just fucking.
Yeah, but
Him
that
with the
shit
fucking
was
barrel.
bearable. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gave it that.
No, it was definitely more bearable.
They gave it that Final Fantasy treatment. You know what I mean?
And they still tried they still did it the route that we're saying. They still did it like Sonic 08, your open world running around.
I'm of the opinion that Sonic 06 would be a fantastic game.
Or Sonic 06, I'm saying 08.
Yeah, Sonic 06 would be a fantastic game if it had all of its issues planned out and fixed and all that. We've seen that with Sonic P06. What happened?
That Sonic 06 is the closest thing we're gonna get to Sonic Adventure 3. Like, and that's sad because it's such a good fucking concept.
It was a good concept.
Having him run around in these open like esque environments and then going into the zones and playing the zones out and.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, Sonic Frontiers overall, I'm just worried about how they're gonna fill in the void. Fill in those gaps that make it look very awkward and ghosty. I don't mind not running into enemies every 3 seconds. I don't mind that. I don't mind exploring shit, but I do mind random shit floating in the sky, looking like that shit's incomplete.
Apparently, those big boss Titan things are like his friends. Apparently, that's what the game is going towards.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Another issue I noticed is that it doesn't have music right now, and that's hopefully they change that.
It had music. It has like some. It's like calm music, but it's like
yeah, nah. I want you know, I want fucking Sonic shit. I'm not supposed to be listening to calming music when playing Sonic.
Yeah.
Like, Sonic's music was 90% also of what makes Sonic. Like, don't get me wrong, the games are fun and shit, but if you didn't like the games, you still like Sonic's fucking music. But yeah, so Frontiers, I'm gonna keep an eye on it, but it's not high on my list of like I must have type shit.
I know, and I'm disappointed, dude. I feel like I felt with Forces, because when Forces first was like being announced, that shit looked fire. Like, that shit looked fucking heat. They had Sonic looking like some shit was about to go down, and then that game
some real talk was happening. Yeah.
And then
Sonic was dead.
And then everything just like messed up when they showed classic Sonic. They had something. They did. They really had something, but then they just
they were riding high on Mania, bro. They were riding high on Mania. They could not ignore the Mania hype. Although to me, Forces still isn't terrible. To me, it's a fun game. It has a lot of issues, sure.
You're one of the few people I know that actually like the game.
Yeah, nah, I had fun with it.
Yeah.
I had fun with it to the point where I even tried to like work on one of the stages for like a speed record.
Yeah.
Like, I was having fun with the game. It just I understand that it has its problems and it's not the best game.
Yeah.
But for what it is, objectively, it's a fun game, and that's what games are supposed to be, right? Fun.
Yeah.
And that's the opposite feel I get from Frontier. I feel like Frontier is gonna make me want to fall asleep.
Like that.
You know, like, just look wise, what they're trying to do with it. I'm just worried overall. Nah, it just ain't it. It just ain't it. Hopefully they fix it. I hope they prove me wrong. You know.